Hey everyone, I hope you all had a very happy new year. Might have drank a little too much liqueur. I love me some schnapps when it comes to the holidays. So butterscotch, schnapps, liqueur, McGillicuddy's, good stuff, but you will pay for it. If you're in your 30s, you'll pay for it the next day. Possibly the next. Can't drink the way that you used to be able to. Not necessarily a bad thing. Just something to look out for. There are people that are in your late 20s who are watching this. It'll catch up with you. Okay, what I want to do today. Hello, here comes my dog. Because he knows when I'm going to shoot a video. He knows. Okay, what I want to do today is I want to talk about Trump's phone call. This infamous now phone call with his lawyers and the Georgia Secretary of State and Mark Meadows, Chief of Staff, and a few other people. There were quite a few people on that call. So when Washington Post dropped the 4-minute quick cut of badly edited sound recordings, I guess we'll just say that the part of the partial recordings from the hour and 2-minute long phone call. Yes, I listened to the whole thing. The hour and 2-minute phone call. Washington Post decided, hey, let's just use a few clips and condense it down to 4 minutes because context doesn't matter to these people. And context is everything. That's the world in a collectivist society. Context won't matter to these people anymore. What they will do is they will cut and paste you, and then they will slam you, and then you'll be in trouble because context doesn't matter. So remember that. If you are a lefty and you care about your freedom and truth and honesty, you have to join us. You have to join us Trumpers, and you have to fight against the tyranny. You got to fight against the CCP, which is trying to take over. You got to fight. You can't just wait around for our country to fall apart. You have to fight. Guess who is fighting? Donald Trump. He's still fighting. And more power to him. Truly, I try to not use extremes as in like, well, he's the greatest president that I have seen in my lifetime. But he actually is the greatest president that I've ever seen in my lifetime. So, I will go to the extremes for that. Once the competition, you got Ronald Reagan, but I was a baby and I don't remember him. So, it's a little hard to compare him, but I've heard he was a great president. All I have to compare him to is Donald Trump, who is one of the most loved presidents ever. Okay, hands getting tired. Hey, if you want to donate some money to me so that I could get a camera and a tripod to hold it, that would be amazing. I'm not really sure how to go about doing that, but it might be like a PayPal link down here. So, switched over, and all I want to do is talk about this phone call. Epic phone call. And in my opinion, another perfect phone call for what he... Maybe the Ukraine one wasn't so perfect, but it was perfectly fine. This one, I found myself, even in the Washington Post quick edit, the 4-minute clip, I guess we can call it a clip, the 4-minute clip from Washington Post that they released, I found myself saying, yeah, and being about as angry and pissed off as Donald Trump. The left wants to say that he was bullying or using these tactics to overturn the election, and they're comparing him to like a mob boss, and I'm kind of like, okay, well, you guys are the ones that voted for the true mob boss, okay? The Democrat Party is like mafia. I've said this before, I'll say it again. These people are some of the worst people we've ever had to deal with before, and they're in positions of power, and that is not a good thing. So Trump calls, actually I don't know if Trump called, but phone call starts, and it's basically Trump's insistence that he won. He is saying to anybody that will listen, Ratsburger, let's just call him, I think it's Rattensberger or Rattensberg, but I'm just going to do what Robert Barnes does, and I'm going to call him Ratsburger. So anyway, Ratsburger's on the call. It's a good possibility that he is the one that's recording this too. We'll see how long this video goes. Okay, well, here's Scout. He wants to say hello. He loves giving kisses. Okay, yep, everybody sees you, and you are very cute. Okay, back it up. Mommy's very busy. Gotta talk about Trump, the president. Okay, so, phone call starts off with POTUS's insistence that he won. And if you listen to the clip that Washington Post went ahead and released, leaked audio, if you listen to that, you can hear it in his voice, in his tone, in his demeanor. He believes he won. I believe it too. Maybe we're both crazy, but I gotta tell you, Trump's not playing. He believes that he won. He believes that our country is in trouble. Massive cheating happened. Massive fraud. He believes this. And in turn, it should rub off on other people. And he realized, you know what? This isn't a lie. This is something that should be investigated. Why aren't we investigating this? At least investigate it. Why are our courts dismissing every single case that's being filed on procedural grounds, on standing? Do you know what standing is? Standing means like you don't have the right to sue. It's what they did with all of the states that were suing each other. They said that they didn't have standing. So they dismissed it on that. In the 1920s, they came up with a way to dismiss cases that they didn't want to deal with. They called it standing. Alright, this is not like actually in the history books. I'm giving you a paraphrase, but that is what they did. And maybe it was okay back then, but now it is ridiculous. They are overusing it. They are abusing it. You cannot dismiss every single case for no standing. And you also can't dismiss cases saying like, well, no damage was incurred, when literally the damage is going to happen in the future. And if you had a brain at all, if you were a judge with a brain at all and critical thinking skills, you could see what the damage might be if you don't take this case and make some sort of ruling and set the precedent. These judges are so dumb. These judges are dumb and they have too much power, and I don't even know how they get their jobs in the first place. Who is hiring these people? Who? So, these cases are being dismissed left and right, and basically we, the American people, including Trump, we have not had a chance to bring evidence to light in a court setting. We have not been able to present evidence. I think there's been like a handful of cases that were not Trump's cases, where they actually, I think the judge actually kind of went through some of the evidence. It's like, I don't know. But I've not had a chance to present the evidence to the American people, from the American people. That is a huge problem. It's such... How can Democrats not see this as a huge problem? And it's wrong. We haven't had our day in court, and we're about to put Beijing Biden in. We're going to have 12 senators, at least 12 senators, object to these electoral votes that are being brought in these swing states that supposedly went for Biden. These votes are supposed to go to Biden, but we have extra votes, real votes, Trump votes. This will be another video. We can talk about what Pence was doing, or will do, or can do. I will make a video about that shortly. I'm going to try to make a video every day, because this is going to be a boom week. Big boom week. As Tim Pool might say, it's getting spicy. It's going to be a spicy, spicy week. Sorry about the edits, guys. Seems to be a busy day. My SO and his friend came in and we had a nice discussion. I think what's going to happen is there's just too much stuff going on today for me to go over the whole phone call with you. What I wanted to do was go piece by piece and make basically a summary of the phone call, but almost like in layman terms. That way we can actually have the context too. So, you know, it's an hour-long phone call. It's probably going to be a series of videos. And I'm going to try to get those out as soon as possible so that they're current. I just don't think we're going to be able to finish talking about that today because I wanted to close with another thing. I am reading that the people that are going down to D.C., now I would love to go with you. We donated to a group of people in Vermont that were going to be going to D.C. to represent other Vermonters that can't be there. And of course, you know, the American people in general. So we donated to them, and hopefully they get in there, because what I'm seeing is that they're not even letting they're going to close down the roads. They're not going to let the buses in full of people. And they're also having the police officers so nicely and politely escort Antifa to confront the Trump supporters, to confront MAGA. Antifa versus MAGA, you know what? The cops aren't on our side. Not in DC, they're not. Oath breakers. These people are bad people. They're supporting Antifa. We need the Insurrection Act. This is why. Because the cops are against you, Mr. President. In the Democratic cities, they are against you. I think you know that, but at this point, they are attacking your supporters. They are literally bringing their soldiers, Antifa, in to fight against your people, the American people. The MAGA crowd. Antifa versus MAGA, the police are supporting Antifa. To quote Lisa Simpson, if you're the police, who will police the police? No one. That's what happens in tyranny and in authoritative society. Listen, authority. Who has authority? The cops have authority. Think about that. They're helping Antifa. They're closing down the roads. They're making it hard for us to get there for the 5th and the 6th. And maybe even beyond that. It's sad. It's horrifying. And it makes me so angry. I don't want to end this video on notes of anger, but I had to talk about that because I just saw a video of it, and I'll be putting it on my Twitter later. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, which was escorting 4 Antifa buses into DC, into the Trump supporters. Like, come on in. You know who didn't get an escort? A police escort? Trump supporters. They did not get a police escort. And a lot of them are going to be lucky to be able to even get into DC. Thanks for listening today. I hope you tune in tomorrow. I'm going to try to make part 1 of the series breaking down the phone call. And let's just end this with free Assange and free Snowden. One is a journalist and one is a whistleblower. Both are American heroes, no matter where they came from, no matter what nationality they are. They represent everything that makes America so special. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. God bless America. Bye. If you like content like this, please watch me, like me, share me, or subscribe to me. I'll see you out there in YouTube land.